What is up, y'all? OD here once again, and spring is upon us, so it is time for people to start grilling. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a very basic, easy, yet delicious grilled salsa. Let's get the video started. Alright y'all, let's get the basic prep started on this grilled salsa. I'll show you the ingredients that we're going to use. The first thing, and these are very important, hopefully you can get these in your area, they are called tomatillos. They basically look like little green tomatoes. So yeah, once you get the husks off of these, you're going to wash them off and these will go in the salsa. You need 3 of these. And then you're going to take 3 medium-sized tomatoes like this and you're going to cut these in half. So we'll get that done. Then you'll take a regular white onion and only use half of it, so cut this into half. And then as far as like your heat goes, I'm going to use a jalapeno and I'm going to use a serrano on this one. If you want more heat, you can use 2 serranos or 2 jalapenos, or more or less. You can also add like chile de árbol, something you could add, or chile de japonés. But I'm trying to keep this very basic and keep it mostly ingredients that everybody should be able to find in their store. So yeah, and then like I said, if you want more heat, add more chiles. If you want less, add less. And then we're going to use 2, I would say these are large garlic cloves. And throw all that into the bowl once you're done cutting it up. Put some olive oil on it and then we'll take it out to the grill. All right, we have all of our ingredients ready that are going on the grill. The half of the onion and all the tomatoes have been cut in half. And then the tomatillos, I've taken the husks off. The 2 cloves of garlic are in there. So this is all ready to go. It's been tossed in olive oil. That way you can get a nice char on it, and the olive oil will give it some flavor. Later in the recipe, we will also be using some cilantro, a half a lime, and some salt, as well as a blender. Let's get out to the grill and get a nice char on all the stuff that's going in the salsa. All right, y'all, we got some lump charcoal started in the grill, and if you watch my other videos, I usually do a 2-zone fire. That way I have a direct and indirect side, but in this particular case, because we're grilling salsa and we want a nice, even kind of char all over the vegetables, I put the entire thing just full of lump charcoal in there. We're going to get it nice and hot. I also have some of this Reynolds Wrap grilling foil. We're going to put this down right here on the bottom, and then get that also nice and hot. That way the vegetables do not stick to the grates. So I've now put the lid on, and we're going to let the inside of the grill warm up, get nice and hot. That way we can get a real nice kind of sear and char on those vegetables before we make the salsa with them. All right, y'all, we're up to about 300 degrees. I think that should be hot enough to sear us some vegetables. So yeah, just start throwing your chiles on, throw your tomatillos on, get your tomatoes on there, get your garlic on there. And your onion. And with everything on there, I would probably cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how hot your fire is. And then we'll come back and check the char and probably flip them over. All right, let's check everything out, see how it looks. It's been about 15 minutes. You just want to get a nice roasty flavor. You can always char things more if you want. So yeah, the tomatoes could use a little bit more char on them, but you know what? I don't think it's too bad. Again, you're really just looking for like a nice roasty flavor, so flip them over. I think this time I'm going to let them go 20 minutes, and then we'll come back. All right, y'all, it's been another 20 minutes. Let's check out the salsa. Yeah, everything's got a real nice char on it. And again, you can leave it for longer if you want a heavier char, but I think this will do us just nice. So we're going to take this off and take it on inside. All right, y'all, salsa is charred up. It took about 35 minutes. So I did 20 minutes on one side and then 15 minutes on the other side. And I let it cool off for about 5 minutes here, just that way it's not too hot to the touch. We got to cut the stems off of the chiles. You don't want those on the inside. Throw it in. You're basically just going to throw everything into the mix. Take the outside kind of skin off of the onion like this. You don't want that in there. Also make sure you get the outside skin off on these garlic cloves. It should just pop right out. And then on the bottom of your bowl, there's all this like juicy charred goodness. You definitely want that on the inside, because that is flavor, people. All right, let's add that cilantro as well. It's about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 cup of cilantro, something like that. Just enough. Give it a little flavor. And then we're going to take half the juice of this lime. All right, y'all, everything is blended up, and I added a little bit of water, probably about a 1/4 cup in here. Just that way it can kind of like get blending and get moving. Then I usually blend it once. Smells great. And then I'll add about a tablespoon of salt. You can add more if you like a little saltier. Remember, you can always add more salt, but once you've added too much, it's too late. All right, let's check this salsa out. Super easy, super simple. Hopefully full of a lot of flavor. It's very, very good. Got the nice roasty taste from the olive oil kind of charring the outside of the vegetables. A little bit of heat from the jalapeno and the serrano. Could probably maybe use a little bit more salt, but as I said, you can always add more salt instead of take away. So I might put another teaspoon in there. My lady's making barbacoa tacos tonight, so this is gonna be perfect on top. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a super easy, simple salsa recipe that's got a lot of flavor, check out this grilled salsa. I'm OD'd. Peace.